And we want to create education on what the law is and really have that respect for community.
Immigration takes center stage at tonight's Spokane City Council meeting. We'll have the latest from the chambers and tell you why so many people showed up to talk.
Then we were tilted and I looked up and all of a sudden I could see the sky.
Plus, a deadly bus crash killed 4 people headed from Seattle to Spokane. We'll hear from a person on the bus, new tonight.
Extreme cold is here the next few days, but by this weekend we're talking snow and maybe even rain.
KREM 2 News 10 at 10 begins now with Mark Henrahan and Jeremy Legoo.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. We kick things off tonight with a KREM 2 weather impact alert as we are set to see our coldest weather of the year so far. Let's turn right to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo for the latest on conditions. Jeremy, do you think we hit sub-zero tonight?
I think a good chunk of the region does. We are splitting hairs here in Spokane. Already down to 12 degrees and likely going to drop down to or below 0 by tomorrow morning. 12 degrees and a dew point of 1 says we're at least hitting 1. It is going to be that kind of cold tonight. And for that reason, we're under a weather impact alert. It's for feels like temperatures ranging from 5 to 15 degrees below 0. It is going to feel much colder. And in those conditions, frostbite may set in a half hour or hour. It is going to be that kind of cold. And for that reason, National Weather Service says cold weather advisories for northern Washington, eastern Washington, and much of North Idaho. Our overnight lows will be 0 or below. Look at St. Mary's, 6 below, 0 in Spokane and Deer Park, 2 below in Coeur d'Alene, and 1 below up in Newport. I think if you are in a valley away from a town and you wake up and your home thermometer says, oh, it's 10 below. Believe it. It is going to be that kind of cold. Tomorrow, we top out in the mid to low 20s and stay there on Wednesday. Thursday is not looking much warmer, but look at those lows, down near 0 every single night.
My goodness. All right, Jeremy, we'll check back in with you later in the show. And with temperatures dipping into the single digits, the Salvation Army and the city of Spokane are opening the doors of warming shelters. Currently, there are 5 facilities designated for inclement weather. The Way Out, Hope House, House of Charity, Revive, and the Salvation Army's Family Emergency Shelter are all available.
Their fingers and their toes are so cold. Having a good, safe place to actually kind of unpeel the layers in order to kind of warm up their body temperatures. And then when they do go back out the next morning, their outer layers actually help warm them up again.
The Salvation Army says their limited resources are already strained after the closure of the Trent Resource and Assistance Center last fall. We are told that some people waiting in line for the shelter tonight will be turned away. Tonight, leaders of a downtown medical respite facility answered questions about the new location and a lack of transparency into how it opened. The 30-bed medical site opened last month inside the Westminster United Church of Christ, right across the street from Lewis and Clark High School. And the school received little notice about the plans before it opened. Tonight, families at Lewis and Clark High School had the opportunity to meet with the groups that operate that facility. That includes Empire Health Foundation, Jules Helping Hands, and Providence. They explained it wasn't a traditional homeless shelter. Instead, anyone who goes there has to be referred by a Providence for continued health care. They also said the facility creates individual discharge plans focused on finding stable placements, and there is no spot, they say, for people to loiter.
I think we walked away tonight feeling good about the purpose and goals for their organization, as well as an understanding of what we're doing here to support our Lewis and Clark Tigers.
Principal Corley said they plan to have more meetings for community members to attend, but none are officially scheduled as of yet. And now to our night beat with a quick look at today's top stories. Tonight, Spokane police continue searching for a suspect accused of stabbing a store employee during a robbery today. It happened just before 1 this afternoon on West Francis Avenue. A store employee confronted the suspect on suspicion of theft, and that's when police say the suspect stabbed them before running away. The victim's in the hospital with what are described as non-life-threatening injuries. Spokane police say the suspect is a white male believed to be in his late teens or early 20s, wearing a black sweatshirt and carrying a black backpack. If you recognize him, you're asked to call Crime Check. That number is on our website. Just head to KREM.com. The Washington State Patrol is investigating the shooting of a man by Spokane police. It happened in East Central Spokane on Sunday. The Spokane Police Department says officers were trying to arrest a man who was wanted on outstanding felony warrants near the East Central and Lincoln Heights neighborhood. When officers tried to make the arrest, a struggle ensued, they say, and that's when the officer shot the suspect, who they say had a gun. The suspect went to the hospital for treatment. No word on their condition tonight. As part of police protocol, WSP is now investigating this case. A car fire in Omak led to the discovery of nearly 24 neglected dogs. The Omak Fire Department was responding to a vehicle fire when they realized the owner was living in the car along with 21 animals. Police say the owner had been using a propane heater to stay warm. Witnesses say some of the dogs needed CPR. 3 dogs died and the rest were taken to a veterinary clinic for care. All of the animals have been confiscated due to unsafe living conditions. Omak police are not releasing any information about the owner of the car at this time. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. Tonight we are learning more about a plane crash in Scottsdale, Arizona that left 4 people injured and 1 person dead. Authorities say a mid-sized business jet skidded off the runway this afternoon while landing, hitting another jet that was parked. An airport spokesperson says the left main gear of the jet failed as it was landing. That jet is owned by Vince Neil, a member of the band Motley Crue. A spokesperson for the singer says Neil was not on board at the time. According to a statement from Motley Crue, the person killed was the pilot. The NTSB is taking over the investigation tonight. In Northwest news, a parent could face criminal charges after walking onto the ice and attacking 2 referees at a youth hockey game in Seattle. Take a look at that. The refs, they're just teenagers. The Pacific Northwest Amateur Hockey Association shared the video on social media to remind parents this kind of behavior is unacceptable.
Seen this type of behavior from parents throughout the years, and it's been escalating, and it keeps climbing and climbing and climbing, and now we reach this point of unbelievable actions by this parent.
After the incident, the youth hockey game was canceled. Seattle police released the man at the scene. Police referred a misdemeanor assault charge to the prosecuting attorney's office. Right now, a bill is moving to the state capitol to strengthen penalties against people who harass or assault referees or officials. The proposed bill would only apply to school sporting events, doubling current penalties, including the maximum fine to $1,000 and a max prison sentence of 1 year. Students involved in such incidents could also be expelled or prohibited from high school sports for up to a year. There are 2 versions of this bill. Both are up for committee votes coming up this week. Meantime, in Idaho, the House voted to send a $50 million parental choice tax credit bill to the Senate. The bill will allow parents to get up to $5,000 per K-12 student for school expenses like private school tuition. The vote came after more than 2 hours of debate. House members butted heads over which department should oversee the program. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. Don't go to bed yet, though. New information into the deadly bus crash that happened near Wenatchee today. What we know about the victims coming up in less than 2 minutes. Plus, it's American Heart Health Month. Meet one girl with a special gift she received when she was just days old. We're back in 90 seconds.